Hello there, I am the Hooded Mask and welcome to my house. Today we're in the world of Dassel Cregu, but as you can probably see by the title, this is not a Dassel Cregu episode. This is the start of Anything Can Happen Thursdays. Some of you will get that reference, some will not. Nevertheless, every Thursday I plan to do something different, and since I have only access to Minecraft at the moment, I will be doing something here. Now, the YouTuber Grian, who plays on the Hermitcraft server, released an extra episode where he built a house out of every block in Minecraft. He didn't actually build a house out of every block in Minecraft. So, I am going to take on the challenge that he set. Building a house out of every block in Minecraft. And every extra thing, including redstone components, liquids, saplings, flowers, the end dragon, and end crystal. And you may be wondering how I'm going to fit this all in, but I've decided that I'm going to be doing a science lab. And I think that should work with everything. We can have a research garden, which I think will be the main topic of the research going on in this lab, especially to do with the chorus fruit. Now, this, I'm not too sure how this works, because if I take one of these and knock it out here, pop an endstone on top, I'm not too sure if putting a block above it will turn the flower into something else. Or maybe it just grows out to the side, I'm not too sure. But we'll figure that one out. He had them all in colours, I thought that was the best way as well. So, I'm going to try and record this as much as possible. There will be some cutting, unless this will be taking very long. I'm also going to try and do this as quickly as possible. I have a little notepad and pencil here because I want to go around first and note things down. I won't be having all of the mobs in Minecraft here either, because that would just add to the chaos. I'll stick with things that I can control more easily. So, I want to have... I've already got an idea for a sapling tank. So it'll keep all of the saplings small and stop them from growing. This oak sapling just wanted to prove me wrong. I wanted... Yes. So we can put the saplings in a tank and put the glass in front of them. I'm not too sure if I said this, but you've got to make a house out of every one block. So I'm only allowed one of every block. But there are quite a few here, and I'm going to do my best. I also want a water tank, so I'm going to write that down. To hold the coral and different, like the lily pads and the sugarcane there. I also want a cafeteria, a place for the staff to eat, because there are just some things that will lend to that, like the cake over there. I don't have all the food items, but now that I think about it, I've got lots of storage containers, so I can place all of the items in Minecraft into the chests, which means we will have one of everything in Minecraft. That will work out. That's a good idea. Items in chests. Haha, this is gonna be great. And there'll be sort of maybe an engineering section for the minecarts and all the redstone things. Some blocks that have different variations, such as the sea pickles. They can be placed up to 4, and they can also be placed under water. but I won't be going through every variation with all the blocks, such as the crops. They grow to a certain limit, and I can't stop crops from growing. Unless I put the game tick. I could put the game tick down, but no. I won't be able to do that. Also think there are some exceptions to the one block rule, such as tilled soil, water, because I need to place the water in, and technically air blocks are a block. So I can't have less than, a certain amount of air blocks. I could, but then everything would be compact and you can go inside. I've got all the banners, everything in this creative inventory will be in this build. So I should also be removing blocks as I use them, just to keep track of what I've used and what I've not used. Put the kick down here because I'm about to break that. And what else? Oh, I'm not removing it as I'm using it. It's almost the saying for this challenge: remove it as you use it. I know this all looks very odd, but it's the point of the challenge isn't to make something look spectacular. It's to make something. It's a challenge to make something look vaguely like what you're trying to represent. Now, I think for this challenge, I'm just going to go interior-wise. I'm not going to really care about the exterior unless I have enough blocks to finish it off. We just cannot use brown glazed terracotta. I don't know where I could use that. We can put these behind the glass, and then get the doors. This first door and the dark oak door. Where's the dark oak door? I did place one in. Just behind here. Sneaky door. There we are. Now that section's blocked off. And for the tops of the glass, we can use carpets. And there we have a little research tank. This is the oddest build I have ever made. This is our science research lab underwater facility. It's looking smashing. This is a very interesting and exciting challenge. I would recommend, let's take this time to recommend any of you who are thinking about doing the challenge to proceed with it. And for logs we have 2 of each kind, which is going to come in great use right now. The beds are also going to be a very interesting challenge. I'm not too sure I'm going to approach them. I think I may use them for the ceiling, because as you can see, you have to place beds on 2 blocks, but if you then remove the blocks, the beds stay floating, which is a very handy trick at this time. And this is all going to need to be dirt, because saplings have to be placed on dirt, so it does not count towards the total. It's only 5, where'd the other one go? Ah, of course, it's the oak one that's growing. Sneaky oak. Oak saplings and dark oak doors, how sneaky they can be. Okay. And I can use glass panes for this part now, because there's no water involved. Sure, some red in there. The green ones, most definitely. This is a natural greenery place. Orange and yellow. Come on. I tried to place the glass panes next to things, but I've already broken them to able to pick them up and place them Pick a block then, there we go. Easier. Nope, it's grass. Okay. Our little study room here. I need to cover these up soon. In fact, I'm just going to do it right now, because if I don't, then these are going to grow like that sneaky acacia. You've been hanging out too much with those dark oak doors and oak trees. This should be enough for all of the flowers. And other foliage. So I think I'm going to grab all of the tall ones and their smaller counterparts, like the poppy and the sunflower, the poppy and the rose, sunflower and the dandelion, lilac and the allium, peony and the... What do peonies have? Do they just have pink tulips? I've actually said why I'm doing this in the Dasselkregu world, and it's because there's going to be land over this, because the land isn't going to be on the flat world, it's going to be higher up. And since there's going to be nothing under here, I figured might as well use the same world, but for that will be put up for download. But there'll be sneaky things in it. For after all, this is a world with all the things I've just purely my imagination, with a little bit of extra story thrown in. And birch. This is definitely my imagination at work. Actually, I'll put all of the woods that are the same type behind their respective saplings. Like the jungle wood there, acacia wood there, darker wood, oak, spruce, birch. And I think I do want to put logs on these corners here. So let's grab some of those. You. And you. Now that won't be enough, but I can grab the birch ones as well, and then we can do the fill in the corners of this section. Actually, if we have the birch next to the birch, just for the sake of matching. Oops. Want to place these down first because the logs are directional, and they'll sit nicer on top if we do them second. This section here still isn't done. We need to... Now, technically here, everything here is done. And I don't like the way this is sitting, because we have 1, 2, 3, a couple spaces that we could be using up. I wonder if we can push this whole wall forward one. Actually, I'm going to redo this whole section. I want to have the flowers at the back and the soil in the middle, because the soil is textured, so it's got one pixel down, which means that you can see underneath walls. So I'm going to get rid of all this stuff and replan it. Oh, I just replaced the cactus with the dead bush. On console edition, there's also a shrub, which is no different to a dead bush, apart from the fact that you can place it on grass. I don't know of anywhere you can find it though, like naturally spawned. And I can get rid of this, that. Wait, no, that is them all. because that's over there, and yes, okay, we fitted all the flowers in, as far as I'm aware. Yep, looks like it. Okay. Phew. Although there's some kinds of grass, there's all the grass blocks. We haven't fitted them in. Orange, pink, white tulips, and the oxide daisy. Then we can go over here and get the ferns and the grass. Now there's an annoying bug where, yeah, if you pick a block, small ferns or small grass, you get the other one if it's already on your hotbar, and it doesn't actually give you it. And it's done! Yes, I skipped a whole bunch, simply because I was starting to ramble a bit, and you have no idea how long this has taken. It has taken many, many hours. And you can also probably see that I got slightly lazy. I guess you could call this a space station if you wanted to. There's boats flying around with things and engines attached to them, I guess. I was starting to get a bit silly. But there's this antenna wind speedometer thing. If I turn it to nighttime, you can see how maybe it could possibly be... what am I doing? Game. Or I could use the command. Set. Oh goodness, I'm embarrassing myself here, I don't know the command. Time. Set. Midnight. Okay, so pretend this is our space station. We're an astronaut here. And don't mind the green either. Pretend the green's not there. Things whizzing about our heads. There's a landing dock on top of the botany lab if we go down here. There's also this little computer station. But yes, this is the main hub now. In here we have a general appliances and storage. Now, I could put all of the items in Minecraft in here. All the extra items in Minecraft. All of the spawn eggs, the items, the potions, the music discs, all the extra items, the enchantment books. Actually, I might not be able to fit them all in here. Well, with the shulker boxes everywhere, I probably could. But that would just be grindy, and I kind of want to escape this place. So this is the botany lab. This is how it turned out. It turned out okay. There's got little trees in here. I used beds for the ceiling. It's quite an interesting design. You've got the wood beneath, and you can't see any of the bright colour from this. This is probably the best looking room. Then you go in here, and there's an astronaut guy. I did dye his armour. I think this is another bug, where the armour doesn't go the right colour. Yes, we did this part together. We'll add some lighting at the back, lava. I have no idea where to put it, so I just use it as a light source. Engineering room is in here. Got the dragon egg, the end crystal, end rod above there to light it with some purple, sneaky shulker box. This does do something, this teleports the egg, but I'm not going to. And I think that's about it. Maybe wondering where I put the minecarts and things. They're down here with the TNT, just because I didn't know where to put them. If I was doing this again, I would definitely have more of a plan going into it, what I would do with all the things. The banners are supposed to be acting like solar arrays or something like that. And yes, I hope you think I did well with the challenge. If you don't, please feel free to tell me. And Tell me if you think about doing the challenge yourself. As I've said, it was Grian's channel. If you just type Grian into YouTube, you'll find his channel. And you can see what he did with the channel. It was very different to this. He did not build a space station. He built a rustic house. But then again, he didn't use all of the blocks. So, that's it for this ridiculous video. I am one of the hoods and have but one thing to ask. Don't judge a book by its cover, because it may, just like me, be wearing a mask.